rejection and resentment. Rejection that has embittered your mind. It has robbed you of your joy. It has robbed you of your peace. It has destroyed the quality of life that you had hoped to have. It has destroyed your marriage. It has destroyed friendships. I want you to listen closely today. We're going to open the pages of God's Word and show you how to walk out of the prison of resentment and to recapture the joy of God's everlasting love. Read with me Proverbs 18:14. Ready? The spirit of a man will sustain his infirmity, but a wounded spirit who can bear? Notice the emphasis. But a wounded spirit who can bear? What is rejection? Rejection can be defined as the sense of being unwanted. You want people in your life to love you, but you believe for whatever reason that they do not, nor will they ever. You never, maybe you didn't feel the love of your mother. She was always there, but always interested in something else. Or maybe you never felt the acceptance from your father. He gave you his name, he gave you a place to live, he gave you food to eat, but he never gave you his time. He never gave you his interest. He never gave you himself because he was always interested in something else. He was an absentee father. I know something about rejection. I know something about rage. I know something about rage that consumes you until you grip your fist until your fingernails almost make your hands bleed. Reason some of you feel rejection is that you were in a storm with your husband or your wife who betrayed your wedding vows, who was unfaithful to you. They left you for someone else. It is a deep wound in your soul that has never healed. Divorce was bitter. The divorce was vicious. It left you with a wounded spirit. Some of you feel rejection and resentment because you were passed over for a promotion at your job, or your business partner destroyed your business through deception. St. Paul's penicillin shot for rejection is this, Philippians 3:13. Forgetting those things which are behind. And there's the key. Some of you don't want to forget it because that's all you've got going for you. If you didn't whine about your past, 90% of your personality would be flushed. Don't even think about it. It's not worth thinking about. In view of what heaven has for us, run the race with endurance. Run it with patience. Be an overcomer. Fight back. Get up out of the dirt. Lick your wounds. Wipe the tears out of your eyes and the blood out of your mouth. And get moving. The prize is greater than the burden. Life is a way. It's a road. It's a freeway. It's not a parking lot. Life is a school. It's not a cemetery. It's an arena. It's not a bleacher seat where you sit down and watch it go by. Life is for growth. It's for movement. It's for action. It's for progress. Stop living life looking through a rearview mirror. Get up and get moving. Get up and get moving. Forgetting those things which are behind. Rejoice evermore. Move past your setbacks. Move to the love of God. Move on to the joy and the peace and the hope that God has for you. Happiness that makes your life rich and full and free. Get moving. Medical science has proven resentment can physically and mentally destroy you. Doctors have proven that. I'll put it in an easy form. Our mind and our body are so connected that they affect the well-being of each other. Has your resentment destroyed your peace? Have you lost your joy? Have you lost your zest for life? Has the bitterness of the past destroyed the present and the future? Some of you are looking at and saying, Pastor, how can I be happy? How can I be joyful after all that has happened to me? Let me tell you something. My answer is to continually surrender life's heartaches, continually surrender life's trials, continuously surrender life's disappointments, life's unpleasant situations into the hands of God, casting every care upon him, for he careth for you. Say that with me. Casting every care upon him, for he careth for you. He wants to carry it, and he will if you'll turn loose of it. And your life is broken. You have a broken spirit. You're going through the crisis of your life because of resentment, because of betrayal. God will never force you to open your hand unless you give it to him. God will never force you to divorce yourself from precious resentments and rejection, but you must choose to let them go. You must choose to let them go. That's your choice. Rejection and betrayal took the will to fight and to live. Jesus of Nazareth gathered his 12 disciples into the upper room for the Last Supper. And he looked at them and he said, have I not chosen you 12? And one of you is a devil. How would you like to start a church meeting out like that? And Judas the betrayer slipped out into the darkness to sell the Son of God for 30 pieces of silver, which was the price of a slave. St. Paul, who wrote most of the New Testament, was beaten by the Roman cat of nine tails until the blood ran in streams out of his back. St. Paul's deepest scars were not given to him by the Romans. They were the rejection and betrayal of the fellow believers to whom he ministered. Listen to Paul's words. Demas hath forsaken me, having loved this present world. Listen closely. Sooner or later, you're going to have a dear friend reject you, betray you, someone that's close to you, someone you would never dream would do that to you. But I assure you, as certainly as the sun rises in the east, it's going to happen at some point in time in your life. If you let it fester in your soul, it will destroy your mind. It will crucify your hope. It will make your life bitter. The best thing you can do is erase it and replace it with the joy of the Lord that maketh rich and addeth no sorrow. Turn it loose. Let it go. Get it out of your life. Get it out of your speech. Quit talking to your friends about it. Forget it and move on.